Hi Harsh. Harsh,
Okay,
repeat.
my phone was at charge.
Phone was in charge. No problem. You've attended on time, so no problem. And first of all, I read your entire form, and I think you have given me a lot of details. But before we start, just quickly talk about your overall feeling. Like, how are you feeling today? What did you do all day in terms of preparation?
Yeah, I was saying that like from morning 6 to 12, I was doing cons, and from 2 to 4, I was doing verbal.
Right. And you also mentioned that you are clocking in 8 to 9 hours daily. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
Superb. That's good. Okay. So Harsh, you told me that you've already attempted 10 mock tests. The scores that you've given me, 34.43, these are scores, right? These are not percentile.
No, these are percentiles.
But when you say 1.04, so did you not attempt at all that section?
Um, of which section you're talking about?
I want to understand that when you say that you have given 10 mock tests, can we talk in detail about
Yeah.
your last two or three mock tests? Like, what did you score in all the three? And according to you, what really happened in that mock test? Let's talk about the last mock test that you gave. Yeah. So, Harsh, for reading comprehension, what I'm saying is that don't at all go for any kind of leisure reading or vocabulary building or any kind of newspaper reading. Every day, you have to pick one reading comprehension, and it should be either of CAT level or advanced level, or for that matter, initially, it doesn't matter. Just pick one reading comprehension, spend good 40 minutes. Even if you feel like I want to spend more time, it's completely okay. There is no clock. Read the reading comprehension, just skim through it so that you can make up your mind and give it a category. It could be philosophy, it could be science, it could be technology, it could be any genre. If you can't name it, it's fine. Just have a first feeling of what that RC is about. Second, once you read the first paragraph, you don't need to read every detail that is there, but you skim through the first paragraph and then make one line summary of that paragraph. Okay. For example, now if the author is talking about why protest happen and who is at the protest and what the government's involvement in it is, you should be able to make one line of that entire paragraph and write it down on a piece of paper, which you will get in your main exam also. You cannot do anything on the screen, you have to write your own notes. So make one small line of that paragraph. Now what this will do, first it will make you aware that I am not just reading, I am reading to understand. And second, although this might not be very useful, but it will at least tell you that which paragraph had what kind of information. And it is not a test. It is not, you don't have to make a summary of that paragraph. You're just writing one line. Okay. Then you will go with the second paragraph and do the same thing, make one line. Third, fourth, and fifth paragraph, and then you will have 5 lines. Just couple of 6, 7 words is one line. Then, Harsh, you will go to the questions. And remember, every set is very difficult for everyone. It's just about common sense. Even if you are an English literature expert, you might not be an expert in all the subjects. So when you read these questions, try to see that even if I'm not able to understand anything, is one of the question approachable? Is at least one of these four questions manageable to even attempt? And then when you go on that particular question, you have to eliminate two options which you think are completely wrong. And at least that will give you some confidence that the right answer was not in the options that you eliminated. So you have 50% of the job done. Okay. Then when there are two options left, because you also mentioned in the form that you do get into overthinking and you complicate it, which is completely fine. But Harsh, always observe what is the first thought that is coming to your mind. What is your gut saying? What is that intuition? If after eliminating A and D, you are thinking B, but now you have rethought about it and you're thinking C, then always try to prove C wrong first. Trust your gut feeling and just try to prove which one looks more wrong and eliminate that and then go with option B in this case. Always remember, dude, unless we uh, do a good attempt, we will never be able to touch 90 plus percentile. We can't play safe right now. So you have to, if there is an RC which you feel comfortable with and your gut is screaming at you that this should be the option, then go ahead and tick it. If you attempt three questions and you get two wrong, you end up with 1 points. But if you attempt 10 questions and you get five wrong, you still end up with 10 marks. That is 10 times more, right? So attempt has to be high. We have to gamble right now. Okay. Talking about the other parts, Harsh, leave everything. Leave VA completely. Don't even spend a second on odd one out, para jumbles, or grouping the passages. Don't do that. Only focus on para summary questions. Try it, Harsh. Try it for next 2 3 mocks at least. Trust me what I'm saying. Focus on attempting all four sets. Even if you get them all freaking wrong, it's fine. Attempt all four sets. Okay? And completely ignore VA. Will you do that? Do you trust me?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, Harsh, I'm listening.
Yes, sir.
There is no magic wand, Harsh, which I can just, help you to achieve. But I'm telling you, make summary of every paragraph, eliminate two options, and at least get to a level where the right answer is not in your eliminated options. Third, make make a habit of attempting more questions. And fourth, trust your gut feeling. Whatever you think you are aligning towards, prove the other option wrong and then go forward with it. And for at least next 2 to 3 mocks, you're not touching VA at all. This is it. This is all about attempting VARC. Now second part, Harsh, whenever you feel like the option is wrong, when you checked in the RC, don't feel bad. Don't waste your time in thinking that how will I get a good job, how will I make more money, how my year will look like if I don't crack. Don't do that. Play a game. Life is a game. Make it like an interesting thing, that how the hell did I got this wrong? Let me see what the author is saying. Look at the solution. If you still want to play around, put it in chat GPT, put it in Claude, whichever AI tool you have, put there and debate with it, that why do you think that this option is correct when I am so sure that this other option is correct. And even if that whole uh, process takes another 1 hour, it's completely okay, Harsh. It's completely okay. Mentally you have to develop your brain so that even with 5 RCs, if you do it in this style, will give you way more output than doing 50 RCs and not analyzing them in this way. And once you see, you get a aha moment that, oh, this is why the author is saying this option is correct and mine is wrong. Until unless that happens, there is no learning that is happening. So you have to do that. And you have enough time, buddy. Spend at least next 10 days in just doing this. 10 RCs you do, spend good 40 minutes in one RC only. Spend one hour if you have to, just debating on those RCs if you have to. But after you've done these 10 RCs, then attempt your mock. And I promise you, you will see a good uplift in your VA. In your RC, VA you will completely ignore. Harsh, give me a thumbs up if this is okay. You will follow. Now let's come to DILR, okay? So I think there is no proof that even if I am able to solve 50 good LR sets, I don't know if I'll be able to solve the one that comes in the mocks. And the entire strategy is very similar to verbal, that I'm not sure if you are actually spending time in analyzing these sets. Can I know how much in terms of percentage you are spending in analysis? Let's say you're spending X amount of time in solving. How much time are you spending in understanding the RC from understanding the set from the solutions? Are you analyzing your 10 mocks that you've given so far? Okay, got it. Worth waiting for your response. Harsh, this is your major problem, okay? You are a hard-working student. You're already spending good amount of time every day, which is a very good advantage compared to people who have jobs or who are busy in college or who are not as serious as you are. So please keep it in mind that make this your advantage, Harsh. Make time your advantage. Don't go back to your previous mocks. It's completely fine. When you take your next mock, which you will take after 10 days, you have to spend double the time in analyzing it. You have to spend good amount of time reattempting the entire mock without a clock, and then to see that was time the problem, was that pressure a problem, or do I have conceptual problems. You need to figure out, maybe a DI set is something that once you get a clue you are able to solve, or maybe you did a calculation mistake, or maybe after you have seen part of the solution you are able to solve it. There is hardly much concept in that. But in an LR you have to figure out yourself first. You have to give that LR set another chance without the time clock and then solve it. That will boost your confidence. And then after you have seen the solution, at some point of time you feel like, damn dude, this is how it was supposed to be done. Come back to the solution. Sorry, come back to your own notebook and solve it till the end. Don't look at the entire solution unless you have to. So Harsh, this is your homework for next 10 days. One RC every day, just one RC, okay? Without any time pressure. One LR set every day without any time pressure. If you want to spend 1 hour on just one LR set, do it. Feel like a detective. Every day, every hour, you should keep on thinking. Once you get tired, take a walk, watch some cartoon, talk to a friend, come back, and then reattempt that LR set. Okay? And then after 6 days, you will have six VA, six RC sets and six LR sets that you can reattempt on a Sunday, which you did from Monday to Saturday. And this is good amount of time of work. Now, if you are able to recapitulate and do it from your memory without looking at the solution, you have already developed brain muscles. You are going to the next level. All right. So this is your homework for VA 0, RC 1 set, LR 1 set, DI. I think DI is pretty manageable. So we will only handle it when the mock comes. So for now, your homework is only one RC set and one LR set. Third, let's come to quant, Harsh. Give me a thumbs up if I can come to quant. Is there anything else you want to talk about in DILR?
The chat box, chat box.
Okay. So Harsh, in quant, I think what you have mentioned is geometry and algebra is troubling you. Is that correct? Apart from that, you're comfortable with everything, number system, modern maths, like PNC, probability, modulus,
Yes, sir.
logarithm,
Yes,
everything else is good?
yes.
Wow, this is superb, Harsh. So what is stopping you? What do you think is not working out? Why are we not getting 90 percentile in quant? What is stopping us?
So basically, I think it is a formula revision problem. Um, I have like 10 chapters left to cover in font, so my major focus is on completing the syllabus and till the time when the mock arrives, I have no time for revision of the formula.
Got it. Yeah, that I also read in your form. So Harsh, there is no reason for you to go back to concepts, watch 1 hour of videos. There's no need. You will brush up your concepts as and when you stumble upon its questions. For example, if you stumble upon a partnership type of a question where you're not able to understand the logic behind sharing the profit, that itself is a concept, and you will quickly see the solution, and your concept will be brushed up. So there is no need, unless it's mensuration, unless it is something related to number of factors, sum of factors, then we can quickly revise the formula. If you forget, for example, sum of first and natural numbers, then the solution itself will make you revise it. So there is no time in next 3 months for you to go back to any kind of a concept video. And now, Harsh, there is this star method which I tell all of my students: 1 star, 2 star, and 3 star. You have to figure out every day, pick one quant topic and do 10 to 12 good questions of that particular topic. If you are able to really cruise through those questions and you know that you are already slaying in them, give them 3 star. Okay, that is your very good, strong strength. Then, if there is that topic which is troubling you and you're not able to solve even one question, leave that, Harsh, leave it. It's not going to be highest weightage topic in the paper. Leave it completely. And everything else, put it as 2 star. And now you know, buddy, that 2 star has to be pushed to 3 star. So now go for again quick concept revision. Go for 10 to 15 very good questions of that particular topic. Look at the solutions and then try to figure out if you can put them into 3 star rating topics. And talking about geometry, I will share you my 3 level videos on geometry. Just, or maybe there are 2 parts in which I've covered it. Just go through geometry and finish it off. It's very easy, very high scoring. And geometry involves coordinate geometry also, mensuration also, which is pretty manageable. Apart from that, lines, angles, circles, everything I put in one lecture, I will share that. Talking about algebra, I have tomorrow, I think around 4 to 6, I have a algebra masterclass where I will cover entirety of algebra, but in a very fast and deep way. Don't take so much pressure that I have to get into a certain college. Only take pressure that I have to touch 80 percentile in next 2, 3 mocks. Okay, Harsh, this is your target. If you take 5 mock tests after 10 days, you will analyze them, spend an entire day in just analyzing them. And then your sixth mock will be 80 percentile. And then you never know how you can push from 80 to 95 in a matter of weeks. It's not that big of a deal. So for now, no more mock test, only and only one RC, one LR set, and 10 to 12 questions of every quant topic till the time you're able to give them star rating. All right. And talking about mental stamina, Harsh, it used to be 3 hours. Now it is 2 hours. So don't take any uh, baggage from a previous section to your third section, because it will only spoil your third section. And every year they keep on decreasing and increasing the difficulty of a section just to see who has more emotional intelligence, who has more maturity to not get swayed away and not spoil their second section because of the performance of the first section. So for now, only and only focus on that. If you come to a very specific point that I'm having trouble in this particular topic, write it down in your diary. We will target it after 10 days. When you start giving your first five mocks, you will get a lot of clarity. We'll do a follow-up session and we'll talk about those 5 mock test scores and not about these 10 mock tests that you've given so far. And once you come to me with specific issues after every mock test, you have to write down what worked for you, what did not work for you in detail, what topics were you not able to touch, which topics did you slay. As much information as you give me after these 5 mocks, I'll be able to guide you better. All right, does that help, Harsh?
Yes, sir.
do you
One thing,
feel
sir.
do you feel at least
One
somewhat
thing.
confident?
Yes, sir, I do feel confident, but like scoring 80 percentile in two mocks is very tough.
Unreachable, it feels impossible. That's what you're saying, Harsh.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right, trust me, for 10 days, remove all the pressure in your mind just for 10 days, okay? And only focus on this much homework. One RC, let's take half an hour. One LR set, let's take 1 hour. And 10 to 12 questions of a quant topic, let's say another half an hour. So 2 hours you spend the way I'm telling you. Then you analyze everything that you've done in another 2 hours. So 4 hours you give me, and rest 6 hours, whatever you want to do, you keep doing. Just trust me for next 10 days. And then once you've done all of this, once you've given 10 reading comprehensions, 10 LR sets, and on a, after 5, you have sit down on a day, redid it, redone all those sets without looking at the solution, and you're able to do it till you get all the options correct till the end, then you give your first mock, Harsh. I'm telling you, you will perform way better than you're performing right now, and in 2 to 3 mocks you will touch 80 percentile. Just trust me. Every night when you're sleeping, tell your mind that I'm going to touch 80 percentile soon. All right? You are already doing
Yes,
now
sir.
what you were doing. It's not working, so now trust me and do this. Okay?
So one thing, can you tell me how to do analysis of a mock? Because on YouTube there are videos, but there are only for like for cons only, but not for VA and DILR.
Harsh, I just discussed now. When you are analyzing, analysis is the backbone of any topper. You have to analyze so well that in second mock, you're not repeating the same mistakes. And it is not rocket science. In quant, you already know that you can mark down which is my stronger topic. Did I make a calculation mistake? Should I go back to the concepts? What is not working? When the clock was ticking, why did I not attempt the 34th or 32nd question? 20-second question. But when we talk about RC, it's as simple as what I just told you. Without the clock, you're doing the set again, you're eliminating two options, and then you're going with your gut feeling. And then you're debating with the AI bot on that particular question. That is the way to analyze. There is no other thing, Harsh. And you are completely ignoring VA. So when you analyze, do those VA topics, and you will see that it was completely worth it ignoring them, because I spent my entire 40 minutes on just RCs and I attempted more. So my accuracy did not increase, it stayed same, but my score increased. That's the whole logic. And similarly, DILR, every set you're doing again after the exam without the clock, and then you are seeing that why did I not understand, and if you're still not able to do it, you look at the solution and you do it now, and then once you collected 5 6 DI sets, you do it once more without looking at the solution, so that your brain recognizes pattern. And that's the entirety of mock analysis. There is nothing else, Harsh. There is nothing to for you to understand more about mock analysis. You getting my point?
Yes, sir. Okay. Understood.
You do this now, please, for next 10 days. Just trust me and do this. By 10 days you would have done 9 very good reading comprehensions. One day I'm keeping that you get sick or you are not able to follow, it's completely fine, but 9 LR sets, 9 RC sets, and 9 quant topics which you have star marked. Will you do that?
Okay, sir.
Okay, and then we will give our first mock test and we will see how well we are performing. And my challenge is that in next three mock tests you will touch 80. So let's see if I get wrong or you get wrong. Let's see. Okay. All right.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much for joining. I have another session lined up, so we will connect again. All right.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Bye.